welcome to all. Today we are going to discuss the last part of the chapter motion. The last part of the chapter motion is graphical representation of motion. Students, you have already learned the graph in mathematics. In mathematics, we can use the graph, we can calculate some problems. So by using straight line graph, we can calculate the solutions of pair of linear equations. And also by using the graph, we can understand the score. So in a cricket match, we can see the bar graphs. That bar graph shows the run rate of each over. So by using the graph, we can understand the score, data and all. So in this way, in motion chapter also, we use the graph. By using this graphical representation, we can study the motion. So, the graphical representation of motion can be divided into two parts. The first one is distance time graph. The second one is velocity time graph. By using this distance time graph, we can calculate the speed. So, by this time graph, distance time graph, we can calculate the speed by means of distance and time. In the same way, by using the velocity time graph, we can calculate the distance by means of velocity and time. So first, we are going to the first type, that is what distance time graph. So now going to the first one, that is what distance time graph. Before going to this graph, first we can observe this table. This table represents what? The observations. So in any practical measurement, I will take the observations here. So here the time is given and the distance is given. The time is in second and distance is in meter. So you can look at this one. Here the time is in 1 second, the distance is 5 meter. In 2 seconds, distance is 10 meter. 3 seconds, distance is 15 meter. Like that, the observations are given. By using this table, now we can plot the graph. Students, by using this graph, now we can draw the graph. How to draw the graph? Students, you know that how to draw the graph in mathematics. So before going to the graph, first we draw two perpendicular lines. See here, this is one line, this is another line. This horizontal line is called as x-axis and this vertical line is called as y-axis. These two lines are perpendicular to each other and intersect at point O. So Y is called origin, otherwise it is called as starting point or reference point. Students, on x-axis I represent the time. See here, the time is in second. The time can be written like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. According to our convenience, I will divide this x-axis into like this. So that is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Similarly, I will take the distance in meter, that is on y-axis. So here also I will take according to our convenience. Here you can see 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's what I will take like this. Each part is 5 meter, 10 meter. Means equal parts I will take on y-axis. So the x-axis I will take time and in y-axis take I will distance. Okay students, after plotting this convenience scale, now I want to plot the graph. Students, in 1 second the distance travelled is 5 meter. Observe this one. In 1 second, the distance travelled is 5 meter. In 2 seconds, the distance travelled is 10 meter. You can observe the table. And in 3 seconds, the distance travelled is what? 50 meter. And in 4 seconds, the distance travelled is 20 meter. And in 5 seconds, the distance travelled is 25 meter. By using this, now I will join all these graphs. I will join like this. I will join all the points. Now I get the straight line graph. So what is this straight line graph represents? The straight line graph represents the distance time graph. Otherwise, the distance time graph is called as a straight line graph. By using this straight line graph, now we can calculate the speed. Students, you know that speed is nothing but distance traveled by time taken. Speed is nothing but distance traveled by time taken. Now I calculate the speed. Now I want to draw a triangle here. So now you can observe this one. I draw a triangle, that is what? ABC. So we can see this one BC. This BC part is what? Distance part, and AC part is what? Time part. So the distance is nothing but BC and time is in AC. So distance is in y-axis and time is in x-axis. So now I want to find the slope of this line AB. So that is what? Speed. How to find the slope? Students, now I find the slope. Now I want to draw a perpendicular from C to x-axis and A to x-axis. Similarly, I draw a perpendiculars from B to y-axis and A to y-axis. Now I want to find this BC. I want to find the length of BC. BC is nothing but y-axis. So this is this part. This is nothing but this part. Okay. So here the total distance is what? S2. S2 minus this part S1. So in this total distance you can subtract this distance, that is what? S2 minus S1. Then I will get the BC part. Similarly, AC. AC, you can look at this one, this part. I want to calculate this AC distance. That's what. Now I draw a perpendicular lines here. So from origin to this part is called as total time taken. That is what? T2. And I subtract in this total time, I subtract this part. Total time minus this part. So then what? T2 minus T1. So distance is S2 minus S1 and time is T2 minus T1. Then I will get one slope, that is what? Speed of our object. Here in this graph I will see the OB. OB is a straight line. So this OB represents what? The distance increasing at a uniform rate. Here the whatever at every 1 second the distance what? Increases. So that is what? An object travels equal distance in equal intervals of time. It moves with uniform speed. Means you are already learned uniform speed. An object travels equal distance in equal interval of time. Then we call it as uniform speed. This is what our distance time graph of an object moving with uniform speed. Students, now we will discuss distance time graph for a car moving with non-uniform speed. Here the observations taken. So the time is in second, the distance is in meter. So according to this observation, I plot the graph here. For the time, the x-axis can be taken as time and the y-axis is taken as distance. So according to our convenience, I will take the numbers here. So the time 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 according to our convenience. Similarly, I will take the distance in y-axis, that is what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, etc. Students, now I plot the graph. At 0 second, the car moves 0 meters, so it is coincide in this point. So and 2 second, the car moves 1 meter, so it comes below the 5. And 4 second, the car moves 4 meter. At 6 second, the car moves 9 meters, so it comes below the 10. And 8 second, the car moves 60 meters, so above the 50. And 10 seconds, the car moves 25. And 12 seconds, the car moves 36 meters. Now, I join all these points, I get this type of line. So, you can look at this line, look at this graph, it is not in a a straight line, it becomes non-uniform motion. So if straight line graph can be said as it is a uniform motion, but the graph is like this type of arc. So this is what non-uniform motion. So what is non-uniform motion? Students, you know that a car moves equal distance. A car moves unequal distance in equal interval of time. You see this one? Every 2 seconds the car moves various distance. That is what non-uniform motion. So now coming to the conclusion, here an object, otherwise a car moves or travels unequal distance in equal interval of time. It moves with non-uniform speed. Students, now we will explain the second graph, that is what velocity time graph. Students, you already know that here the time is taken along x-axis, the velocity is taken along y-axis. Students, now we are going to in detail. So here the object moves in every 5 seconds. The speed of the object is 10 meter, and in 10 seconds the speed of the object is 20 meter. In 15 seconds the speed of the object is 30 meter. In 20 seconds the speed of the object is 40 meter. Students, now I join all these points. So now I join these points, then I will get a straight line path. Students, you know that the straight line path gives uniform speed. In the previous graph you learned the straight line graph gives an uniform speed. Here also what happened? Here the velocity will be changes. Velocity will be increases. The velocity increases with time. So here the velocity increasing uniformly, it is called as uniform acceleration. You can see this one. The change in velocity with time is constant. The change in velocity with time is constant is called uniform acceleration. Here the body is uniform acceleration. So here the body is the velocity of the body increases uniformly. That is what uniform acceleration. Students, this graph gives some more information. That is, the first one is what? State of the body. What is meant by state of the body? It is nothing but either the acceleration increases or it is decreases. That is what? The state of the body. The second one gives the acceleration. So by using this graph we can find the acceleration. So here how to find the acceleration? By finding the slope we can find the acceleration. The third one is what? Displacement. So by using this graph we can find the displacement. So now we are going to the second one, that is what? How to find the acceleration. By finding the slope we can find the acceleration. What is the formula to use to find the slope? You can see this one. Here I will write the formula, that is what? y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Students, now I select here from 5 seconds to 15 seconds. What is the slope? How to find this one? So you can see this one. From 5 to 15 seconds, what is the slope means? Now you can join from the parallel lines like this. Now you can join. So, and you can join like this. So you can draw a line DE is perpendicular to CB. So here I get one triangle, that is what? CDE. So in triangle CDE, now I find the slope DC. So here I will use one formula, that is what? The corresponding C you can write the perpendicular, the corresponding B you can write the perpendicular to the y-axis. So that is considered as y2, this one is y1. The corresponding time is considered as x1 and this is what? x2. So this is what our formula y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. What is y2? y2 is nothing but this 30. 30 minus y1 is 10. 30 minus 10 divided by the corresponding time, that is what x2. x2 is 15 and x1 is 5. So 15 minus 5, that is 10. 30 minus 10 is 20. 20 divided by 10 we get 2 meter per second square. What is this 2? 2 is nothing but acceleration. 2 meter per second square. So meter per second square is the unit of acceleration. What it tells, in every 5 seconds, the acceleration increases with 2 meter. In every interval of 5 seconds, the acceleration increases with 2 meter per second square. This is what we can use the graph, we can find the acceleration. The third one is what? Displacement. Students, you know that the velocity is nothing but displacement divided by time taken. By using this formula, we can calculate the displacement. So displacement is equal to velocity into time. So now I will rearrange the formula. This displacement d is equal to velocity into time. So by taking this one, we can calculate the displacement. How to find the displacement? We can take this one. So what is the displacement of 5 second to 15 second? So 5 second to 15 second. Yeah. You can draw a perpendicular line. Now I want to find this area. So how to find the area? So now I want to find the area, displacement is equal to area of ABCD. So this area divided into two shapes. One is the triangle CDE, another one is the rectangle ABED. So this area of ABCD is equal to area of rectangle ABED plus area of triangle DCE. Students, you know that what is the area of rectangle? Area of rectangle is nothing but length into breadth, L into B. What is your L? L is AB and breadth is, L is you considered as AD and breadth is AB. So length AD and breadth AB. Plus what is the area of triangle, this one? So area of triangle is nothing but half into base into height. Half into base into height. Here write the half. What is base? Base is DE and height is C. So by using this, by finding this total area, then I find the displacement of this object. Okay, students. Now you can observe this graph. Here the speed of an object decreases. At 0 second, the speed of an object is 40. At 5 second, speed will be 30. 10 second, the speed is 20 meter. And 15 second, speed is 10 meter. At 20 second, the speed of an object is 0. Here what happens? The speed of a body decreases. According to the time interval, regular time interval, the speed will be decreases. So here the velocity decreases uniformly. What is meant by velocity decreases? Here changing velocity with time is constant, is called uniform acceleration. Students, you can observe this one. We conclude velocity time curve that represents the motion of an object whose velocity is decreasing with time. So either the velocity increases or it is decreases in uniform interval of time, then we can say the velocity is uniform. Students, you can observe this graph. Here what happened? Here the speed of an object varies in different interval of time. Here in 5 seconds the speed will be about 10 and 10 seconds it is more than 20. So what happened? Here the speed will be increases and then decreases. Once again increases and decreases. This is what non-uniform acceleration. What is meant by non-uniform acceleration? When the body travels unequal distance in equal interval of time, then it is called the body is in non-uniform motion.
Velocity time graph. The variation in velocity with time for an object moving in a straight line can be represented by a velocity time graph. We can observe this one. Here the time is taken along x-axis, velocity is taken along y-axis. You can see this one. Here the object moves. What happened? At 1 hour the speed of an object is 40, and second hour the speed of an object is 40. In third hour also speed will be no changes, and fourth hour also the speed of an object does not changes. So what we call this type of graph? So you can join these points, then we get a straight line path. So the straight line path gives the uniform velocity. If the object moves at uniform velocity, what happened? The height of the object, height of this graph doesn't changes. So this height gives the velocity of the object. What is the velocity of this object? The velocity of the object is 40 km per hour. That means the object moving with uniform velocity of 40 km per hour. Students, this height gives the velocity of the object. Similarly, this shaded portion, this area enclosed by velocity time graph gives the magnitude and displacement. So we can use the suppose I want to find the displacement of this motion, so you can find the area of this shaded portion. Students, now I am going to solve some questions of page number 107. The first question is, what is the nature of the distance time graph for uniform and non-uniform motion of an object? Students, look at this one. In uniform motion, an object travels equal distance in equal interval of time. Then we get the straight line graph. So this straight line graph indicates the uniform motion of an object. The distance time graph for non-uniform motion of an object is curved line. Here this curved line represents what? An object travels unequal distance in equal interval of time. Here the speed will be increases, here the speed will be decreases. The next question is, what can you say about the motion of an object whose distance time graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis? I read the question once again. What can you say about the motion of an object whose distance time graph? Students, you know that distance time graph means time is in along x-axis and distance along y-axis. So when we get a straight line, I get this straight line that is parallel to the time axis. What happened here? This straight line indicates that a change in time. What happened here? The time will be changes, but there is no change in the position of the object. That is what the object is at rest. So when in a distance time graph, a line is parallel to the time axis, that the graph indicates that the object is at rest. Okay students, now I am going to the next question. What can you say about the motion of an object if its speed time graph is a straight line is parallel to the time axis? So in the previous graph is distance time graph. Here what is the speed time graph? Look at this one. Here the time is in x-axis and the speed is in y-axis. Here also a straight line. That straight line is parallel to the x-axis. So what does indicates? This indicates what? Means here also the time will be changes, but there is no change in the speed. There is no change in the speed means the speed remains constant. So this line is parallel to the time axis in the speed time graph indicates the speed of the object is constant. Here it is rest. Now the next question is, what is the quantity which is measured by the area occupied below the velocity time graph? I read the question once again. What is the quantity which is measured by the area occupied below the velocity time graph? Look at this one. Here what happened? Here the shaded portion area represents the displacement. So in here what happened? Here in a velocity time graph, the line is parallel to the time axis. This area indicates what? This area is, you can find the area of this shaded portion. We can calculate the displacement of the graph. Students, the displacement is measured by the area occupied below the velocity time graph.